Why, hello there, it's the Archivist from tradingcardarchives.com, and I am here today to open up the third series of Pirates and Privateers independent trading cards from RRParks cards, or Richard Parks. So Richard Parks is sort of the godfather of independent trading cards. He's the guy he's been producing sets for a decade on his own, but also he licenses sets. He has the Ultraman license. Believe it or not, this guy actually has the Ultraman license and produces Ultraman trading cards with autographs and sketch cards and all kinds of crazy stuff. He did Mystery Science Theater 3000. I actually have all 5 of his Mystery Science Theater 3000 boxes here, sealed. I've never opened them. I have all 5 of those. And I have been following his Pirates and Privateers series since it started because I love pirates and I love independent trading cards. So it's like the perfect mix for me. And so what I'm going to do today is kind of walk you through some of the cards from the previous series, show you some special cards from Richard Parks. We will be opening up the third series box because I have it here. So this is from the Kickstarter. And that's the key with these kinds of cards are sold on Kickstarter. And that's really the only way to get them. Richard Parks does have a store on his website, but usually it only lists a few products and not the current ones. So if you want his latest stuff, you really need to be following him on Facebook. That's kind of where he's most active. And also follow him on Kickstarter, because then you'll know exactly when he's backing something. That's how I find out about a lot of other sets, is Richard Parks will go and back a set, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, I also really want to get that set, and so I'll go pick it up there. But you also see everything that he produces. And so, for example, I've talked a lot about Ingrid Hardy's cards, and we even gave away a box of Ingrid Hardy's Dragons set here just a little while ago. She is an independent trading card producer who works with Richard Parks. So Richard Parks kind of helps to do bulk orders with printers for many different independent trading card sellers so that they can actually get their cards produced professionally and economically, right? Because if you're doing this completely on your own, your order is probably too small to get like a good discount at a printer. But if you work with Richard Parks, what he can do is include your cards with one of his sets, and then together your order will be huge, and that will get you great discounts, and you'll get like a way cheaper price from the printer. So I always, there aren't a lot of independent trading card producers out there. There should be more of them. But if you're interested in making a set and you're like seriously interested in doing it and you're ready for, all the work that's going to be involved in that, get in touch with me. I can put you in touch with Richard Parks, or just message him yourself on Facebook and explain your project. I'm sure he could help you out, assuming he has time and everything. But before we get into all the cards and stuff, I want to go through some websites, and I want to show you Richard Parks' site and the Kickstarter for this and everything. So let's go take a look at that quick. So right here, oh yeah, first we're actually going to look at Super Break Sports. So this is Super Break Sports, which is just like it sounds, superbreaksports.com. I'll put a link, of course. I am a brand ambassador. I'm part of this brand ambassador program here. So I should let you know that, like, I have a code, you can get 10% off and all that. But they don't pay me money directly to talk about their products. I just really love what they do. And right now, because it's going to be the Independence Day in America, July 4th is like the Independence Day for the United States. If you don't live here, if you live here, you already know, because the fireworks are probably already going off at your house. But everyone does fireworks. That's the whole thing. But they are doing a massive July 4th sale, like massive. First, I didn't actually get these just because I got something even cooler from them that I'll show you in a second. But these are amazing deals. Like this deal right here, for $144, you get 4 different boxes, like random, but still, if you got a Pieces of the Past box, a Pieces of the Past box on its own costs more than that, right? So you get 3 other things too. So like, even if what I usually do with these is I buy them and I just resell like 90% of the stuff, and I just keep a little bit for myself. But doing that, I have always made money, like made profit with their sales. So when they say down here, the suggested retail value of this product is $400, they're probably underestimating that. Like, it's probably more than that, actually. And so, yeah, definitely, like, if you if you don't have a lot of money, the 144 is the way to go. If you have a lot, go for the cases because you get actually a free fifth case. So like this deal here is kind of insane. And then on top of it, you can't use it with those deals, but if you want any of their regular products, such as they have a Rambo set out, they have a Steve McQueen set out, and they just announced this officially licensed Invincible trading card set with relics from the movie, like film cells, or from the TV show film cells and things, to go along with the Amazon show based on the Invincible. I've seen all this show. I think it's a really cool show. They're going to make a trading card set from it. And so another thing you get a deal on, and I'll show you, they have a code. This is not my code, so I definitely don't get paid for this one. But this is the code, July 4th, all caps like that. If you use that code on their site this weekend, so before the 6th, you can get 25% off, like a quarter off the price for using that code. Amazing. Any product in their store too. And so let's go, and I'll show you what I actually bought. But there's the Invincible stuff. So a box that's only going to be $60. You've also got Rambo here. And remember, you could get 25% off that. They got Jimi Hendrix, which also looked like a very fun set. Of course, there's a Pirates Edition box, which I am tempted to get. Actually, surprised I haven't bought that yet. I probably will buy that at some point during this holiday because that looks amazing. And I love pirate cards. They've also got Keepsake, all kinds of pieces of the past stuff. These supercharged boxes I love. I bought like 3 of those last time. I forgot they had the Pirates thing. I feel so bad. I feel so dumb. Actually, hang on. I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna buy one of those quick. Huh, never mind. I forgot that code doesn't actually go live until the 4th of July, so I can't use it yet. But I am going to get two boxes of Pirates using that code. I definitely will do that. If not, I'll probably get something else too. But the main thing that I bought is I bought this. So I know it's a lot, but check out the value on this crazy thing. So you get a case of their of this supercharged box, which could have, you know, a Babe Ruth signed baseball in it, or all kinds of crazy stuff could be in there, right? So you get a case of that. You get 10 mystery boxes, so like 10 other boxes. You also get a wheel spin on their Whatnot channel, which is going to be a ton of fun, right? You get to do that live with everybody else. There's only 18 of these available. I bought one, so I have one of these. I'm going to be doing it. I'll let you know how it goes and everything. But these are some of the things you can get on the wheel spin. 5 cases. So you could get like 5 cases of product for free, or a free case of all kinds of other products. $500, $700, $1,000, right? Like these guys are crazy. I don't know how they stay in business. It's incredible. You get a 40% off, 50% off code, buy one get one code. There's all kinds of like insane things that are on this wheel. So yeah, I picked one of these up, and honestly, this price, this $7.49, that is the price of this supercharged box. So like if you were going to buy this anyway, you might as well get this because it's exactly the same price. It's completely crazy what they're doing. So yeah, I totally picked that up. I just had to wait until July because I needed my budget to reset so that I could do it. But yeah, I picked that up and now my budget is gone. That was my whole budget. I did this in like an AliExpress order. I can't buy anything else until August now. So yeah, I'm totally done. But now, okay, enough with Super Break. Although they are fantastic. You definitely check them out if you're into non-sports cards or sports cards. They have all kinds of crazy stuff. Okay, RRParks. This is the guy we're talking about today. This is RRParks. He makes, like I said, Mystery Science Theater. He makes Sharknado cards. I have a sketch card of Sharknado. It's pretty wild. He runs a couple of Facebook groups too. I recommend joining his groups. They're great. You'll know Ingrid Hardy's in there, of course. This is the new pirate group. So if you're into pirate trading cards like I am, you should definitely join the Pirates Trading Card group. It's a fantastic a way to get to find out more about pirate cards. And then he also just posts all kinds of stuff about the kinds of sets he's making and what he's doing here. So if you want to follow RRParks, I know Facebook, not a lot of people like, I don't use it that much either anymore, but it is where he is active. So if you want to follow RRParks, you need to use Facebook to do it. That's where I would follow him. The other place to follow him is Kickstarter. So this is Kickstarter. You can follow Richard Parks here the same way. You just search for his name, Richard Parks, and you click follow, and you'll get updates whenever he does anything, which is how I find out about a lot of stuff. So it's really a good deal. This is the Series 3 Kickstarter. So this Kickstarter is done. It's over. It ended in May. But I wanted to show it to you so you can kind of see what will be in the box that we're going to open, because this is the Kickstarter that I ordered. This is, actually the thing I ordered right here. And so you can see there's a new 44 card base set, a bunch of sort of extra cards. There'll be sketch cards, there'll be metal cards, some 3D cards. There's a series of Sea Beauties cards, which look interesting. We've got Sea Monsters. There's a Spanish coin, flags. That sounds very cool, right? I love the different pirate flags. And those are like the actual flags that pirates flew. A lot of people only know the skull and crossbones, but the actual flags they flew were like way more crazy than that. And so we'll get to see those. And then, yeah, you also get an actual cloth flag. Again, I assume it's in this box. I don't know, I haven't opened the box yet, but I'm expecting to get, a cloth flag, a real pirate flag. So that'll be a ton of fun too. So yeah, this is how you follow Richard Parks if you want to. So there we go. The other thing I wanted to say is just because I just did it, and I know I'm delaying this a lot, sorry. But I just did a show with Unbox the Universe. So that's another YouTube channel that opens all kinds of wild trading cards. Before I did the show with them, they were doing a live show where they opened up a box of G.I. Joe cards from the 80s, like old trading cards. And I was like fascinated. I watched the whole thing because like that was a box that I wanted to buy. And so like seeing all the cards there, now I just wanted more. It was such a cool set to see. And plus they always do two hosts, so it's like really fun to listen to as well. And they're just great people. So yeah, I did a show with them where they opened up one of my, this is an Archives at Home box. So this is a series of loose pack boxes. So inside here you'll get 30 different packs of trading cards plus some extras. There's 6 boxes of these available. One of them went to them. One is going to my friend Angel. Angel, you gotta pay for your stuff. So I'm just kidding. I always love joking with him. But yeah, you seriously do have to pay for it though. I can't give it to you. Sorry, that's how it works. But anyway, there'll be 4 more of these going up for sale. So probably on Thursdays when that will go live on eBay, Unbox the Universe and I will both post a link to the sale as soon as it happens, because they probably will sell out like almost immediately. These sell for $50 and you get so much. Like the video I did with them, you get to see my face because it's a face video the whole time I'm talking. You can watch my face. It's gonna be crazy. But yeah, I'm basically explaining all the packs to them. So they're opening up the Archives at Home. They don't really know what all those packs are. So I'm helping them understand, what they all are and why there's 2 Twilight packs in there, because that's weird. Why are there 2 Twilight packs? I don't know. Anyway, strange. Okay, now to the main event. This is Pirates and Privateers by Richard Parks. And this card on top here is kind of crazy. This is Richard Parks, so that is actually what he looks like. I have done a few Zoom calls with him where we've just talked about some of the sets he's doing. I'm just asking him questions about things, stuff like that. Just as friends, really, not any kind of marketing thing or anything. But this is actually a signed card. So in the last Kickstarter, I think it was the first 20 backers or something, would get a card where he would hand sign it and inscribe it. So it says, "Thanks Archivist." It's got my name on it. Amazing, right? So yeah, this is like one of my prized possession cards here. A signed Richard Parks card to the Archivist. That's amazing. And then these are some of the special cards that I got from previous pirate sets. So first I got some printing plates. He always kind of gives you these with master sets. So if you buy a master set, you'll get one of the plates. Every single printing plate is a 1 of 1, right? Because they're the actual plates that were used to print the cards. Here's another one. Again, the actual printing plate, right? So I've got 3 printing plates there. I've got a lot more here too, so don't worry about that. This is a canvas print, so it's printed on like sail canvas, like a boat. Another kind of etching print of a kraken. This is a metal card with a cool sea monster on it. Also from Pirates and Privateers. This is one of his lenticular cards. And so RRParks works with a designer in China who does some of the most amazing lenticular work I've ever seen. And you can see it on here. Like there's so much motion in this card. It's kind of insane. And yeah, this is like just one card from the set. I think there were a few different ones in there. Here is this was a piece of 8 Spanish coin relic from the previous set. Another etching, and then a metal promo card of Series 2. So this is sort of the Series 2 promo card, also limited. So everything he's doing here is limited. There's only, you know, like you saw in there's only about 140 total sets available. And that's why, like, if you're not in the Kickstarter, you're probably just not getting it. Now, what I have here then are some of the coolest things I think I have in my whole collection. And I'm not joking, like these are amazing when you see them. First, here's the actual card. So this is the Stede Bonnet card. So Stede Bonnet was a real pirate. He's sometimes is called the Gentleman Pirate. And there was actually a show on HBO called Our Flag Means Death, where Stede Bonnet was the main character. And it was a comedy show, so it was really funny and stuff. But it was about the real guy, right? And basically what he was is he was this rich gentleman who just decided, you know what, I don't really like high society anymore. I wanted some adventure in my life. And he bought a boat, raised a crew, and went and became a privateer. Like he got his letter of marque from the king or from the governor, and he went and hunted pirates. And that's what he did, right? And so Stede Bonnet is kind of the gentleman pirate. And I dressed up as him for Halloween one year, and actually I won like a second place in that contest. I would have won first place, except Mrs. Archivist dressed up as David Bowie, the Goblin King from The Labyrinth, and her costume is just insane. She does all the makeup and looks exactly like David Bowie. It's so crazy. So yeah, she won first place, but I got second place with my Stede Bonnet costume. So anyway, I got that Stede Bonnet. That's the original card. I also have the full printing plate set for that card. So this is the back of the card. And then these are the 4 different colors that are used to print. So if you don't know, the way like industrial printing works is they'll do CMYK type colors. So you've got, you know, your cyan, magenta, yellow, and black are the kind of the 4 colors that get printed. And so these are the actual printing plates for that card in the set. They're all one of ones, and I have the full set of them, right? So no one else has those. And then in Series 2, he did it again. I can't remember if he did it in this. If he did, I bought them. If not, I don't remember if he had them in here or not. But there's the Stede Bonnet card from Series 2, and then that's the back of it. And the back actually was color printed in Series 2. So this back here is color printed. The back of this one is black and white printed, so that's why there's only 1 printing plate for that. But there's actually 4 printing plates for the back, again CMYK, and then 4 printing plates for the front. So I have the full printing plate set for both Stede Bonnet cards, which is, I don't know, to me that's like very, very cool. So I was really happy to have that. So I love showing them off, and now you've seen them. Okay, now let's open up. I feel like we've spent enough time selling other people's stuff. Let's open up some cards. These are the Series 3 cards now are going to be in here, a master set. And I've had this sitting next to me for like 2 months. I actually kind of forgot it was over there. That's not a joke. I was like moving some things around today and I saw this box and I was like, what is that box? Oh, that's my pirate cards. And I got really excited, and then I said, okay, well, I'm going to do a pirate video tonight, that's for sure. And so now I'm here doing a pirate video. Like, that's this chain of events. I moved a chair, saw the box, said I'd do the video. Now I'm doing the video. It's not a really complicated chain of events. But yeah, it is the chain of events that happened. There's some strong tape on this too. What's really cool about Richard is he does so much help to the independent card world in general. So for example, Ingrid Hardy is a publisher in Canada, and Canada's post system has been on and off strike for the last couple of months. They've been having just a ton of issues. And so RRParks has been helping her fulfill shipping. And so, for example, she did a set recently with she's gonna do a what is it? The Time Bandits. The Time Bandits. She got that license. So she has the Time Bandits license, and she's going to do a Time Bandits set. And she sold a promo of that on her Kickstarter, and that promo is what RRParks is going to kind of help her sell. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Okay, everything fell out here. Sorry, I'll try to clean this up a little bit. Here is our Series 3 set. Oh man, okay. Wow, I'm unsure what all is here. Okay, we've got some printing plates there. Oh, it's Stede Bonnet again. That's fantastic. Okay, so there were some plates. I'm just gonna open those separate. Oh, there's the flag. Okay, gosh, everything is here. The flag, and then yeah, we've got a uncut sheet here. Okay, I think I got everything. So let's take a look at it. So yeah, this is a printed uncut sheet with Charles Vane, Anne Bonny, Jean Laffey, and Bartholomew Roberts. So 4 cool pirates, and these cards just haven't been cut. So that's really cool to see, actually. And then here is our pirate flag, an actual real flag. I mean, I know it's not big or anything, but still, for me in my office, like I could fly that on the wall. That's really kind of a neat thing to have. And then we've got 2 buttons, because everybody loves buttons. These look like Edward Teach Blackbeard buttons. If you don't know the pirate Blackbeard, his real name is Edward Teach. You probably knew that, but in case you didn't, now you do. So here is, well, these are some promos. Are these stickers? Yeah, these are stickers. Sticker promos. And then this is going to be a sketch card. So this is a wet sketch. So this is a sketch that was done by Pedro Watt. Amazing. Rock the Brazilian. Sweet. So that's a 1-of-1 sketch card. Absolutely amazing. You know, what that means is that this card was blank and the artist actually drew and colored this right on the card and then signed the back. So yeah, that's amazing to get, right? And the thing is, the artist that he works with, I don't know this artist personally, but I bet if we look that name up, all the artists he works with do sketch cards for the major manufacturers. So this artist has very likely done Marvel cards, Star Wars cards, you know, all kinds of cards like that too. And so, yeah, it's a pretty awesome thing to get. We got another relic here. This one is crazy. This is a pirate era Spanish coin from the 16th to 17th century. It's cool. So I'd shown you the other coin that I had. There it is. So this is from Pirates and Privateers 2, came with that coin. So now I have 2 pirate coins. Fantastic. You can't see my face right now, but I am like smiling so hard because this is like the coolest thing. Let's keep going. Here's a blank. So he always gives you a blank sketch card, and this you can draw your own pirate on it, or you can commission an artist to do another pirate sketch if you want, using this blank. But this is exactly what this was. So an artist took this and just drew that on it. Then we've got the Beauty series. That is crazy. What is that? That's like, I don't even understand. The printing is like shimmery. That's so nice. Special pearl ice. I see. It's like a shimmery ice card. That's amazing. I'm gonna sleeve that up. Some of the box droppings on the table there. Then we'll sleeve this one, another one here. And then we got an etching. We got the Anne Bonny etching. That's fantastic. And so in this case, it's limited to just 120 total copies. That is Anne Bonny. And then for our, we got Card 40's Magenta printing plates. So like I said, every master set will come with some printing plates, right? So, or a printing plate. That's what we got here. So we got the magenta back from Card 40. But you can also usually buy yourself other things from him, right? And so that's what I usually do. And so I think I bought from him all the... What is this? This thing is broken. Okay. That bag is broken. Because I love, you know, Stede Bonnet so much, here is the Stede Bonnet printing plate set of series 3. That is wild. It's all the cards again. Oh my god. Oh wow, and there's proofs too. Oh geez. This is crazy. I don't have proofs from the others. But these are Stede Bonnet proofs. So what they are, they're basically just, you know, you use the printing plate, you print it, you make sure the image looks good. That's all that is. Wild. And then the actual card here. Oh my god, RRParks, this is so crazy. Another set of proofs. Holy wow. And then this looks like it might be like a printing error card. And then we got some more Stede Bonnets here. What is this? Is this the original? Is this the original? Oh my, this might be the original. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm kind of speechless at this point. I don't remember ordering all this, but I think maybe he gave me this as a, oh my, I'm sorry, I have to go check to see. I don't know if I actually paid for this or if this is just a gift he gave me. Let me find out. I'll be right back, okay? Okay, well, good news. I did pay for that. So at least I felt like maybe I owed him a lot. But yeah, okay, I did pay for this. So I paid money for this. Actually, I thought it was quite a lot of money. I forgot how much it was. But it's totally worth it. This is amazing. This is like the coolest thing I think I've had. Like, if you're into trading cards, right? And you're not just into like collecting them, but you care about the hobby and like how they're made and the process and the art and all that kind of stuff. A set like this is it's like priceless. It's like it belongs in a museum kind of deal, right? Because you're getting the original art. Like this is the one of one original art that was used to source the card. You get that. You get all these different printing things, including like printing errors, all the proofs. You get all the there's a printed error front card. That's amazing. All these proofs. You get all the different printing plates, back and front. Wild. That's amazing. It goes right next to my others. So now I have a three I have a three card set of all of the pirate stuff. I mean this is amazing. This is so yeah, I don't know. I need a better word than amazing. Incredible, beyond belief. It's insane. Completely insane. I don't even have words to describe how exciting it is to have that kind of a thing here, and to know that it's like Stede Bonnet and that I have the full complete set of them. Amazing. Let me make a little room here and then we'll open the actual master setup because we still haven't really looked at any of the, you know, the actual cards here. So far we've just been looking at some of the special, you know, prizes that we got, but there's a trading card set here too. And yeah, he does have Series 4 on its way. He's been posting about it on Facebook. That's how I know, but also it's on this little sheet here. Let me, oh man, let me get this opened. And I apologize too, because I know whenever I do these videos, it's always kind of sad because you can't buy this anymore, right? The only way you could have bought this is like 3 months in the past, right? So today you can't buy this. And that it kind of stinks when I have to show something like that, and everyone's like, "Oh, I want that," but you literally can't get it. But at the same time, I showed you how to follow him, right? That's what you need to do. Like if you're interested in this stuff, if you're seriously interested in it, like, not just, oh, that's cool, I should get that, but if you're actually like, I will buy that, the way I am, right? Where you're like, I'll buy that, I'll buy this, and I'll buy the whole, I'll buy all of it, right? That's how I am. If you're like that, you need to follow uh, Richard Parks, because that's the only way you're going to find out about this stuff in time to actually buy it. And also, like, you want to be early, because often his Kickstarters have things like this where it's only, the first X backers who will get that bonus. And so there's always bonuses like that too. Okay, so let's go through. Wow, there's a lenticular in here that looks incredible. I think we'll look at that. Look at that last. We'll go through the regular set here first. Here is our set list. So it always gives you a nice little set list so that you can kind of keep track of everything. Although getting a complete set is tricky, because as you saw, I only got 2 of these silver pearl cards here. You would need to trade with other people, or basically buy the ones that other people got in order to get a full set of those. All right, and so here is our card series. Thomas Pound, Calico Jack, definitely a favorite pirate of mine. Christopher Contend, Francis Drake, Rachel Wall, and then the backs are going to have oh, not as much information on these. The backs of the others have a lot more information, but these just kind of have the artwork, which is also great. John King, Howell Davis, William Kidd, that's Captain Kidd, Oliver Lassalle, Jacob Wilkins. Looks kind of like Shakespeare, but it's not Shakespeare. Black Caesar. Anne Bonny, of course. I don't know that she had a scar like that, but I'll take it. Who did the art for that? Michael Master. Oh, I guess he did all this art. That's fantastic, actually. Ching Po Sai. And so he would have done the art for this as well. Yeah, and then signed it. I'm still like shocked that I have that. And then here are the sort of Sea Monster edition cards. And so these were done also by Michael, okay. George Cumberland. Oh, wow, okay, and so the backs have a reproduction of an older set. I didn't really talk about that much, but the other pirate cards, this one and this one, are based on actual tobacco cards that were sold like in the 1800s, right? Especially this one here. This set was from the 1800s. The actual originals of this, like if you really have this card from the original tobacco set, not this reprint that Richard Parks has done here, those cards are thousands of dollars each. Like each. They sell at like Christie's auctions. That's kind of how rare and valuable those cards are. And so why it was so special to get a reproduction set like this, because you basically can't get those, right? Like even if you want all of them, you've got to be like Nicolas Cage. You have to have that kind of money and be that crazy in order to go and do it. Because what'll happen is once you buy like the first 10 of them, everybody else who has them is going to realize that you want to complete them, and their prices are just going to go up. And by the time you get to the last one, that person is going to be charging like millions of dollars for it, because they're going to know That like the only way you can complete the set is with their card, right? Here's a pirate's sort of bubblegum wrapper. So I called those tobacco cards. These are actually chewing gum, bubblegum cards. There's a little bit of history there. So the original trading cards, before anything existed, before tops existed, before any of that, right? The original ones were actually printed by tobacco companies to help differentiate their, they weren't cigarettes back then. They would sell just loose tobacco and you'd roll it yourself. Because this is, over 100 years ago now, maybe 200 years ago when they started doing this. And so they would create trading card sets to help sell their tobacco. That's how trading cards started. That's the way they really started, right? And then eventually they realized that, hey, we can't sell these to kids because kids can't buy tobacco, or they shouldn't be buying tobacco, right? And so they started to put them in chewing gum instead. And then they could market them to children. And so for, the next 80 years, all trading cards came with gum inside of them. If you're as old as I am, you probably remember actually having those when you were younger, right? You would go and buy a wax pack, and inside would be a stick of gum. That is not a fluke. That's a historical artifact because it started with tobacco, and then they wanted to sell to kids, and so they used gum. And so you got tobacco cards and gum cards. Now you know that all that history. Congratulations. And so here's our Sea Beauties cards. They're nice, but at the same time, like, I think the pirates here would have probably killed you if you if you drew them like this in real life, right? Because these ladies were murderers and killers, right? They were very, very strong women, not the kind you want to be drawing like that. But I understand the sentiment. Okay, now let's look at these. This is awesome. I'm just still just priceless. It's priceless to me. You could not pay me any amount of money to get rid of that. I will keep that for the rest of my life. I'll be buried. I'm going to be buried. I'm going to add it to my will tonight. Bury me with this card. All right, here is a lenticular. Again, just check that out. I mean, it looks like something from the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. It's so good. And so many 3D frames of animation and so much depth. Like it goes all the way back with that green is back there. Such a cool effect. Amazing card. Oh, and Zero Street worked on this too. So I don't know if you know, but Robert Jimenez, the person who runs Zero Street, is another independent trading card seller. I've reviewed a few of his sets already. He produces these kind of like gross cereal and gross toy kind of sets. They're a lot of fun, actually. I really like them. But yeah, he worked on that. So here's, we'll go through the rest of the cards. Here's Edward Teach. This is one of the promos. And then I think we're into the actual like card set now. So this is like the 40 card set that basically, this is like what you would buy. If you just got this set, this is what you would get. Jean Bart, Henry Every, Charles Vane, of course, Edward England. He's from Scotland, actually. No, he's definitely from England. Henry Jennings, Richard Worley, Henry Morgan, Stede Bonnet. There's our guy, the gentleman pirate himself. And so again, that's the card I bought all of those from. Dampier, Rock Brazilian, Easton. That's quite a name. Hippolyte Bouchard. I wish I had a name that cool. I don't. That name is way cooler than mine. But could you imagine that? Like your name's Hippolyte? Like your boss has to yell at you and he's like, Hippolyte, get over here. It just sounds cool, right? It just sounds cool. Mary Reed, so she was a partner with Anne Bonny. What's really cool too about these people is, they were of course murderers and killers and all that. I get that, but still, they're historical figures. These are real people who really existed, right? and you can go and find like artifacts about them. You can find like letters from Anne Bonny when she was in prison, and they like exist, right? And the other thing that's really neat is when those cards were printed, the original tobacco cards, they were printed while some of the pirates were still like recently dead, or the people who wrote the cards witnessed their deaths, right? Because it was close enough in time. We're really far away in time now, but those were printed like in the mid 1800s. And so there were people alive at that time who knew the pirates. And so it was kind of like wild to read the backs of those cards and to get like all this factual information in the same language and style as the actual times would have had. Okay, sorry, enough about pirates. We've looked at these, and I am, yeah, I'm obviously like a little bit beyond myself. I don't even know how to talk. They're so awesome. But yeah, this is just so wild. Again, the original art for the card, all the different printing errors and masters and proofs for it, and then every single printing plate. Check out that plate is so good. That is such a nice plate. And all of them are one of one plates, right? Every single one. Just wild. There is Pirates and Privateers Series 3 from RRParks. Uh, Follow him on Kickstarter. I'll try to let you know when Series 4 starts up, but I will get my bid in before I tell you about it. So sorry, I am a little selfish that way. So if you really want to know when it's starting, you should follow him yourself. Because if you listen to me, you're only going to find out after I already bought it, which will be too late for you. But for now, I think we'll end the video there. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw today. I know the independent trading card videos aren't usually as popular as the anime card videos, but at the same time, this is such an important part of our side of our hobby, and supporting people who are making sets like this is the way to get more sets like this, right? Like this stuff is wild. It's crazy. Tops would never make anything like this. They would never even think to do it, right? Real pirate coin, all this original art, printing plates, like you're never going to get that from Tops. At most, you'll get like one printing plate in a case or something. But here you get it with like every single set. It's so crazy. And that's only possible because independent producers like RRParks are making these sets. And they can only make these sets because we support them. So that's why I'm making the video. I hope you can support them too. Obviously, I love this stuff. I'm really excited about it. So yeah, I hope there's somebody out there who sees this and goes buys Pirates Series 4 as a result. That's really my biggest hope. Otherwise, for now, yeah, I'll let you go. I'm gonna post this on Wednesday. The drawing for the giveaway is on Friday. I'm gonna do it live, probably at 10 a.m. That seems to be when people want me to do it. I'll be awake, don't worry, mostly. It should be a lot of fun though. I can't wait to do it. So, but for now, I'll say goodbye and hope you all have a great rest of your week. Bye bye, everybody.